Great to be here again with you. You sent me 12 questions on leadership and libraries have been written on the topic, and I'm gonna try to answer your quite profound questions in the next 10 minutes. So let's go. So you asked me, do I have 2 to 3 practical advices on how to apply the concepts of power and dynamics in teams and networks? Okay. So first of all, I would avoid teams with too much power and dynamics. And the way you can do that by being quite careful in the way you select the organization that you're going to work at. And also within those organizations, how you select the teams that you are joining. So that would be my first take on that. Then secondly, you cannot always avoid power and dynamics, and certainly not when it's outside your team. It's just a given. And I would argue the first step is to become aware of the dynamics. And then you can say, okay, who are my main stakeholders around me? What do they want? And what do I want? And then you can design a strategy on how to best influence each of these stakeholders. And I would ask for help from someone who does this really well in your organization. Okay, so that's the first question. Now the second question. What's the most common pitfall for someone freshly starting in a project leader or project management role? Let me be very, very brief here. The most common pitfall is not understanding that being a leader is something completely different than from being a team member. And this starts by assuming full responsibility for the role. Okay, what else do we have here? What would you, and that's me, like to have known when you freshly started in a leading role that you didn't know at that time? I would have loved to have known earlier to ask for help. So do not suffer in silence. There are people out there who do have the experience, so just ask for help. It's not a failure if you ask for help, just ask it. So let's see what we have next. So when you join a new team, trust is low from both ends, from the leader and from the team members. So how can you gain the trust and confidently lead the team? So my advice, if you are a fresh leader of a team, is to show your own vulnerability. Just tell the team, this is the first time I'm doing this. I need your help and I need your input. I'll do my best and I need your feedback. So that way you're also mobilizing them and asking them for their support.